1. Bring up means to raise a topic or subject. For example, she brought up the issue during the meeting. 2. Call off means to cancel something. For example, they called off the picnic due to bad weather. 3. Check out means to investigate or examine something. For example, let's check out that new restaurant downtown. 4. Come across means to find or encounter something unexpectedly. For example, I came across an old friend at the supermarket. 5. Cut down means to reduce in size, amount, or frequency. For example, I'm trying to cut down on sweets. 6. Drop off means to deliver or leave something. For example, can you drop off the package at the post office? 7. Figure out means to understand or solve something. For example, it took me a while to figure out the problem. 8. Get along means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, despite their differences, they get along well. 9. Hold on means to wait or pause for a moment. For example, hold on, I'll be with you in a minute. 10. Look forward to means to anticipate with pleasure. For example, I'm looking forward to the weekend. 11. Make up means to reconcile or invent a story. For example, they made up after their argument. 12. Pass away means to die. For example, sadly, her grandmother passed away last week. 15. Run out means to deplete the supply of something. For example, we've run out of milk. I need to buy some more. 14. Set up means to establish or arrange something. For example, we're setting up a meeting for next week. 15. Take off means to leave the ground as an airplane. For example, the plane took off on time. 16. Turn down means to refuse or reject something. For example, she turned down the job offer. 17. Wake up means to stop sleeping and become alert. For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays. 18. Break down means to stop functioning properly. For example, my car broke down on the highway. 19. Carry out means to complete or perform a task or action. For example, the company plans to carry out a survey. 20. Come up with means to produce or think of an idea or plan. For example, she came up with a brilliant solution to the problem. 21. Eat out means to dine at a restaurant instead of at home. For example, let's eat out tonight. I don't feel like cooking. 22. Get over means to recover from an illness or setback. For example, it took her a long time to get over the flu. 23. Hold up means to delay or hinder someone or something. For example, traffic held us up, so we arrived late. 24. Look up means to search for information in a reference source. For example, you can look up the definition in the dictionary. 25. Make out means to perceive or understand something. For example, I couldn't make out what he was saying from across the room. 26. Put off means to postpone or delay something. For example, they put off their vacation until next month. 27. Run into means to unexpectedly encounter someone or something. For example, I ran into an old classmate at the store. 28. Show up means to arrive or appear, especially unexpectedly. For example, he promised to come to the party, but he didn't show up. 29. Turn up means to increase in volume or intensity. For example, can you turn up the music? 30. Work out means to exercise or resolve a problem. For example, I work out at the gym 3 times a week. 31. Break up means to end a relationship. For example, they broke up after dating for 2 years. 32. Call back means to return a phone call. For example, I'll call you back later. 33. Check in means to register at a hotel or airport. For example, we need to check in at the hotel before 3 p.m. 34. Come along means to accompany or make progress. For example, she invited her friend to come along to the party. 35. Cut off means to stop the supply or flow of something. For example, the electricity was cut off due to the storm. 36. Drop by means to visit someone informally. For example, feel free to drop by my office anytime. 37. Figure in means to include or consider in a calculation or plan. For example, the cost of transportation figures into our budget. 38. Get by means to manage to survive or cope with a situation. For example, despite the challenges, they managed to get by. 39. Hold back means to restrain or keep someone or something from advancing. For example, he held back his tears during the emotional speech. 40. Look after means to take care of someone or something. For example, can you look after my plants while I'm away? 41. Make up for means to compensate for a deficiency or mistake. For example, she worked extra hours to make up for lost time. 42. Pass out means to lose consciousness or distribute something. For example, he passed out from exhaustion. 43. Run over means to collide with someone or something with a vehicle. For example, the driver accidentally ran over a traffic cone. 44. Settle down means to establish a stable life or routine. For example, after traveling for years, he decided to settle down. 45. Take after means to resemble or inherit traits from a family member. For example, she takes after her mother in terms of personality. 46. Turn off means to switch something off or cause someone to lose interest. For example, he turned off the lights before going to bed. 47. Wake up to means to become aware of something previously unnoticed or ignored. For example, she woke up to the reality of the situation. 48. Break out means to escape or spread suddenly. For example, panic broke out when the fire alarm went off. 49. Call for means to require or demand something. For example, the situation calls for immediate action. 50. Check out of means to leave a hotel after paying the bill. For example, we checked out of the hotel early in the morning. 51. Come over means to visit someone's home. For example, why don't you come over for dinner tonight? 52. Cut out means to remove or stop doing something. For example, I cut out sweets from my diet to lose weight. 53. Drop off means to fall asleep quickly. For example, after a long day, she dropped off as soon as her head hit the pillow. 54. Figure on means to expect or anticipate something. For example, they figured on heavy traffic during rush hour. 55. Get ahead means to make progress or gain an advantage. For example, she worked hard to get ahead in her career. 56. Hold off means to delay or postpone something. For example, let's hold off on making a decision until we have more information. 57. Look around means to explore or examine a place. For example, we decided to look around the city before leaving. 58. Make up with means to reconcile with someone after a disagreement. For example, they made up with each other after their argument. 59. Pass up means to decline or miss an opportunity. For example, he passed up the chance to study abroad. 60. Run up means to accumulate or increase a debt or bill. For example, they ran up a large bill at the restaurant. 61. Settle for means to accept something less desirable than what was originally wanted. For example, unable to find the perfect job, she settled for something less. 62. Take apart means to disassemble something into its components. For example, he took apart the engine to repair it. 63. Turn on means to switch something on. For example, Don't forget to turn on the lights before you leave. 64. Wake up means to become aware of something. For example, she woke up to the fact that she had been lied to. 65. Breakthrough means to penetrate or overcome a barrier or obstacle. For example, the sunlight broke through the clouds. 66. Call up means to telephone someone. For example, I'll call up my friend to see if he wants to join us. 67. Check over means to examine or review something carefully. For example, before submitting the report, I checked it over for errors. 68. Come out means to be published or become available. For example, the new book will come out next month. 69. Cut back means to reduce the amount or quantity of something. For example, they cut back on expenses to save money. 70. Drop out means to quit or withdraw from something. For example, he dropped out of school to pursue his passion. 71. Figure out means to understand or solve a problem. For example, it took me a while to figure out how to use the new software. 72. Get along means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, despite their differences, they managed to get along. 73. Hold on means to wait or pause. For example, hold on a second, I'll be right back. 74. Look forward to means to anticipate with pleasure. For example, I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. 75. Make up means to reconcile after an argument. For example, they made up after their disagreement. 76. Pass away means to die. For example, her grandmother passed away peacefully in her sleep. 77. Run out of means to deplete the supply of something. For example, we ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store. 78. Set up means to establish or arrange something. For example, they set up a meeting for next Monday. 79. Take off means to remove clothing or leave the ground as an airplane. For example, the plane took off from the runway. 80. Turn down means to reject or refuse something. For example, he turned down the job offer because of the low salary. 81. Wake up means to stop sleeping and become conscious. For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays. 82. Break down means to stop functioning properly. For example, my car broke down on the highway yesterday. 83. Call off means to cancel something. For example, they called off the picnic due to the bad weather. 84. Check out means to investigate or examine something. For example, I need to check out that new restaurant downtown. 85. Come across means to find or encounter something unexpectedly. For example, I came across an interesting article while browsing the internet. 86. Cut down means to reduce in size, amount, or frequency. For example, I'm trying to cut down on caffeine to improve my health. 87. Drop off means to deliver or leave something. For example, can you drop off the documents at the office on your way home? 88. Figure out means to understand or solve something. For example, it took me a while to figure out how to use the new software. 89. Get along means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, despite their differences, they managed to get along. 90. Hold on means to wait or pause. For example, hold on a moment. I'll be with you shortly.